This is my tripod. But this is what I'm using as a tripod. So basically, it is Tuesday, and we keep doing this, but we did film a video this weekend, but it was in slow motion. So we also filmed a video last week, but we didn't really finish it, so that's why we didn't post, because Kenadie wasn't here. She went home for the weekend, so we didn't post last week, but we filmed a video last week before she was leaving, and that was also in slow motion. So I was like, well, we can just finish this video, since the one that we filmed this weekend was in slow motion. And then I went to go check to see where we ended the video, and that one was in slow motion too, so we just came up with a new topic. I'm hoping that I came up with this by myself. I'm hoping that it is like fresh and kind of like a new idea.
Sorry guys, I'm locked in.
It's okay, I'll introduce the idea of the video.
Okay.
Hey buddies, I'm Bailey.
I'm Kenadie.
Bacon. So, for this video, we both had to become experts in a topic.
I'm not experts.
Well, not experts, but I'm an expert in my topic personally, but we both had to like research a topic, come up with a topic for a debate. So, say, for example, my topic is pineapple belongs on pizza. So I had to take notes and write like a whole thing on why pineapple belongs on pizza, but Kenadie has no idea that's what we're debating about. So once we start the debate, I say why pineapple belongs on pizza, and then she has to think, because she doesn't know the topic. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, so you want to go first for your debate? And we can take notes on each other's, but we aren't allowed to Google what they're debating about. It has to be off the top of your brain.
Okay, ready?
No. Hang on,
So you want me to do my intro and then you go? With your... Or my
No,
intro?
your intro and then we argue your topic.
But I kind of have... Can I go through the whole page? And then you can argue each of my segments.
Yeah, but can we do like one segment at a time so it's like
Yeah.
a back and forth debate?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Or I thought you meant you wanted to read the entire page.
No.
And then I can talk.
No.
Okay, yeah, that's what did you think we were doing?
I thought I read the intro, and then you argued it back, and that was
No, why would you write a whole page of notes about that? Okay,
it. Okay.
what's your topic?
My topic is you can't pronounce words wrong, or spell them wrong.
Okay, interesting.
What's your topic?
No, you have to say
Oh.
yours.
Okay. Introduction. This is one of Bailey's favorite things to do. I pronounce something wrong. She drags it on for the rest of the day. I'm a little bit of a hypocrite, but she does it way more than me. I don't understand. My opinion is that you can't mispronounce a word or misspell it as long as the other person has an idea of what you're trying to say.
Okay. Well, that sucks because I kind of agree. But, I disagree because you're 18 years old. You should be able to speak clearly.
But why does
Do
it
I
matter?
get to talk?
Yeah, I gotta talk. But why does it matter if you know what they're saying?
Because I don't want to. I want to feel like I'm talking to someone equal to me. Like I don't want to feel like I'm talking to somebody that is in 3rd grade because you don't know how to pronounce a simple word.
Okay, well, linguistics themselves believe that you can't mispronounce a word because they study how people speak, not how they should speak.
Okay. Well, I think people should speak correctly. They
There's no
don't
such
speak
thing as
correctly. Okay.
Okay, can I tell you something? Can I tell you
Why
something?
did I go over this video?
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
Words are constantly evolving. Want to hear some examples?
Yeah.
Now it's pronounced death. Guess how Shakespeare pronounced it?
Death.
Death. Is that so? Are we pronouncing it wrong?
So here's my question: are you pronouncing words wrong to try and get them to be pronounced differently, or are you just pronouncing words wrong because you don't put in the effort to pronounce it correctly?
I personally pronounce words wrong if I haven't learned it yet.
Bro, cannot say a sentence.
Why does it matter? You know
Sorry.
what I was trying to say. Exactly. That's my point. Why
That's
does it
my
matter?
point because you're literally talking about it and
Yeah,
you're doing
but
it.
but you know what I'm trying to say.
Okay, here's my thing. You can pronounce words wrong all you want. However, I think it's funny, so I'm going to make fun of you because I think it's funny when you're 18 years old and you still can't say one sentence without stuttering.
Well, Bailey, I have some words that you've pronounced wrong.
What?
Okay, what's the second month of the year called?
February.
February. That's how you pronounce
Nobody
it.
says it like that.
Exactly.
Okay,
Nobody says it like that. So exactly. So it doesn't matter.
Put it into. I'm gonna put it into.
Okay. And then I have some more for you.
February.
Yeah.
I thought the R was silent. Okay.
Exactly. So you didn't freaking
Yes,
know.
that's my
so...
bad. Yep, I didn't know, but.
Exactly. So am I supposed to get mad at you because I?
Okay,
I
no, actually, I have an
right now. I
argument.
feel like I'm talking to a baby right now.
I actually have an argument. Okay, I'll let you finish though. I'll let you
Okay.
finish. I have an argument.
Okay, and then also, what's this ice cream called? And I told you, you have to pronounce it like you normally would, not like...
If I saw that, I would, in my mind, I'd be like, is that sorbet or sherbet?
It's sherbet.
It is not sherbet.
Yeah, that's how you spell it. That's how you spell it. Sherbet. You're adding an R. Who knows why? Yeah, exactly.
I'm not saying you're wrong, I'm just looking it up. Oh yeah, sherbet is alternately accepted.
Yeah.
But
Because
I don't
it's
think this is what
saying
you're
wrong.
arguing for.
Okay, and now what's this guy? He's
Ugly?
up to no good. What's in the
Bad?
Well, then what's...
Villain?
No.
Evil?
Miss...
Miscalculated?
No, miss...
Mischievous?
It's mischievous. That's how you say it. So, see, it doesn't matter. See how annoying it is? Okay, here's another one. How would you pronounce this?
It's a etc. Etc.
Actually, it's not pronounced like that at all.
ETC?
Et cetera.
Etc. Okay.
So,
Okay, here's my
okay,
thing.
wait, can
Okay, yep.
in every language, you can talk if you want, actually. Go, but I have more to say. I'm not done.
Okay, that's fine. I think that you're kind of arguing for two different things here because your first statement was that I make fun of you when you pronounce a word wrong, and you think people should be allowed to pronounce words wrong. I agree. However, I agree that there are different ways to say certain words, and that we have adapted to saying sherbet instead of sherbet.
Sherbet.
So like words like that have been changed. I'm not making fun of you for saying sherbet instead of sherbet or etc. instead of etc. or however. I'm making fun of you for saying a simple word wrong. Not like you always say it wrong. I'm making fun of you for saying a word wrong.
Yeah, but you knew what I meant, so what does it matter?
Because I just think it's funny that you couldn't say the word right.
Okay, well, guess what?
What?
You're wrong. Because it doesn't... I'm arguing that it doesn't matter how you pronounce a word, how you say something, as long as the other person knows what you're trying to say. So it doesn't matter.
Okay, I have to think of it. I kind of agree with you, but I'm just thinking of an argument.
Okay, also people who say library instead of library.
Are stupid.
No.
They're right.
Well, you know what they're saying when they say library.
Library, that is so dumb. Valentine's Day?
And you guess what? You know exactly what holiday they're talking about. It
Yeah, but
doesn't
I
matter.
think they're an idiot.
Yeah, but they still got the point across. The purpose of language is to get
So
your ideas.
somebody
translated
mispronouncing
out
a word that's always mispronounced that we learn so many every year we hear don't say or don't say Valentine's Day,
Oh, but
say
they-
Valentine's.
Yeah, February. It's February.
February.
When does Valentine's Day
that's
happen?
February. And people say it February, so that's okay. I'm saying
People say February
if you
too.
are okay, there's actually I'm kind of arguing for two different things now because if you say Valentine's Day, that's a different thing than what I was originally arguing with you for. Saying Valentine's Day, you're an idiot because
No.
we have learned to not say Valentine's. Why would
Who's
it be
we?
Valentine's?
How do you know your experience is the same as everybody else's? Because I remember in first grade I said Valentine's Day and nobody corrected me.
Because they
so
think
I
it's
learned on
cute.
my own.
Yes, but you learned it.
I
She
love
actually
you.
told us that once that she would never correct the kid who says Valentine's.
Yeah.
I will. But and then the other thing is that is fine. Like it's annoying, but like I understand some people are just never gonna get it how to pronounce simple words. I make fun of you for like being like you like mix up the words. I'm making fun of you for making
you
a
know what I
simple
meant.
cute. Yes, I do know what you meant.
And people make mistakes when you agree, so you want it to be
Yes.
AI. You want everybody
No.
to talk exactly the same.
No, I
There's
don't because I get
uniqueness.
enjoyment out of it. I think it's really funny. I like to have a conversation with you, and then halfway through the conversation you make a mistake, and then it makes the rest of the conversation really funny because I can't stop laughing at the fact that you made a mistake.
So Bailey wants everybody to get AIs. Also, another thing, it's kind of the same. Like when people go on and on about somebody like not gonna say names, but people like that using the wrong your. People that might be on the button. People.
He uses the wrong your?
And you know when you like text something, you can't get the right your down, you can't get the right there.
Yeah, that's for that on the same level. That is on. See, I just made a mistake, and it's funny.
Not to me. I thought it was just fine because they knew exactly what you were saying.
That's on the same level to me as saying Valentine's. Not using the right, but it's honestly kind of worse because you should be able to use the right.
I don't know my there's yours.
You don't.
No.
That's actually
and
really bad.
I don't think it's bad. Want to know why?
Why?
Because if I say your, you know what I'm saying. If I'm you don't have to when you're talking, you say them all the same. So why is it not the same when I type it?
Because it's not the same word. You would never know what somebody's talking about if it was the same.
Yes, you are. Because guess what I do instead?
Context clues. Yes,
no,
I know context clues, but when
you are, that works for all of them. Why? Why don't you do a different your?
That doesn't work for all of them.
Yes, it does. You're annoying. What's another version of it?
I guess it does work for all of them.
Yeah.
But what about there?
There is the same. Like I could understand it.
Okay. The your one, fine. There, it does kind of not piss me off because I try not to let people's bad education affect me in that way, but it does, like, it is astonishing to me the fact that high schoolers, college students, adults don't know the difference between there, and they are.
Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah, I was singing it in my head, but it is like shocking to me, and I can't believe it's not shocking to you.
I agree that it's like can be a little bit jarring to come across somebody that's different than you, but you have to understand.
You're turning my words. You're turning my words, and
but you have to understand that everybody has a different background. Everybody grew up differently. Not everybody's experience is the same as your own, so they can pronounce words wrong as long as
they can pronounce it wrong. Just know the difference. People, if I give you the three theirs and I place them, like I write them out and I place them, there's people that go to this school that could not tell you what each one means, and that's crazy to me.
Why does it matter?
Because it's basic grammar. You've been speaking the language. People who have been speaking English 18, 19, 20 years do not know basic grammar, and it's crazy.
I don't think it's that big of a deal. Because the definition of language is... Because the definition of language is literally, it exists so people can share ideas, emotions, and information. So as long as they're getting their ideas, emotions, and information out to the world, it doesn't matter how they freaking spell as long as the other person
Okay, but
knows
how
what
about this? How about this? Because we actually talked about this in my English class, how people say things differently based on their vernacular.
Yes.
So we talked about, like, academic paper versus, like, personal. Like, you can kind of get more of a point across being personal and talking the way that you would talk if you were, like, actually speaking to your friend, you know? So, like,
okay,
if I wrote...
Can I say, pause real quick? Because I don't have the same background as you, I don't know a single word that you just said.
So how I speak to you, if I wrote an academic paper about an academic topic in the way that I speak to you, it could reach more people easier because they understand it more.
Accessibility.
Because it's the way that... No, it's just... Not necessarily. It's the way that I talk. Like, it's the way that people talk. Like, it's the way that you and I talk. So you'd be able to understand a paper better if it was in the way that I talk to you, not.
Yeah. So what I was arguing is, as long as the other person knows what they're saying, it sometimes matters.
And here's the thing. How about in an academic paper? You need to know there they are in an academic paper.
I'm not saying that the people who can't say different there should go be a surgeon. I'm saying that
they can't even make it through school.
Listen to this.
And teachers stopped caring. They let them make those mistakes. That's what's crazy.
Why does it matter? Why can't they make those mistakes?
Because what is the point of being a society if we aren't educated? If we can't write, if we can't read, write.
Skibbity toilet.
Joke.
Yeah, but it's still a freaking word.
Yes, and
you can make words up. You can make words
yes,
up.
you can make words up, but you can't deny the fact that there are words you should use.
Yes, I'm not denying you should use them. You don't gotta smell them, right? And you know what I was saying. And you knew what I was saying.
You don't gotta smell them, right? Well, I'm not trying to smell any words, bro. But I will tell you, I do spell words right because it makes sense. That's how I was taught. That we should all be developed human beings and know the difference between there, and they are. And if you make a mistake when texting, that's fine. I try not to, but I'm mostly talking about...
missing?
No, I'm not missing anything.
Well, let me write what don't I
let me finish my thought.
Okay.
I'm talking about, like, not necessarily in text, because you text me all the time and you use the wrong there. I never say a word, right? I never say... You cannot tell me that
you don't. You don't
I
say
don't.
a word.
Now, if you were to show me an email that you sent to your professor and you used the wrong there, because I know you would, might be rageful.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
You have to understand that my point is, as long as the other person understands what they're saying. And since professors or intelligence levels up here, they have a hard time understanding lower levels of intelligence.
Okay, yeah.
So you have to boost it up for them. It depends on the context and who you're talking to. But as long, like, if you're talking to your friend, as long as they understand what you're saying, it doesn't really matter.
I'm going to take a quick break and go to the bathroom, and we'll get right back on this topic.
Okay.
Bro.
But in my argument, pretty good. So
Yeah,
far.
that was pretty good. I like it. It's a good topic to argue about. But I hope I'm not hurting your feelings.
When?
I don't know.
Ever?
Whenever I make fun of you for saying something wrong, I hope I don't actually hurt
it
your
doesn't
feelings.
bother. Well,
Yeah, I know
like,
it doesn't bother you.
It doesn't matter. Because it doesn't matter!
Exactly, it doesn't matter, so I can make fun of you all I want.
No, because you have nothing to make fun of me for.
Wait, pause the debate.
I'm ready.
It is so hard when you have water in your mouth and you're trying not to laugh.
Uh-huh.
So we were on... So I was saying that, like, I understand your topic. I understand where you're coming from. I just think that, like, to develop as, like, humans, we kind of need to, like, yes, understand each other, but also, like, let's not go backwards in our language to where we can start talking like cavemen.
I disagree. Because
You wanna talk
literally,
like
no, because literally, I have an example with Shakespeare versus now. We've pronounced them differently than we did back then, but language is still evolving.
Yeah, but we're kind of devolving it. If we came up with multiple ways to use they, and now we're bringing it back down to one.
As long as you know what they mean.
And people only ever use THEIR. Oh, you want to know what else?
What?
That actually kind of fits this topic?
What?
Abbreviations.
What do you mean?
Why are we abbreviating everything? Because this should be against me, kind of, but your argument should be, why are we abbreviating things that, like, you're abbreviating so much that I don't understand, so you're not talking on the same level.
Well.
Wait, no, that should be my argument, shouldn't it?
Yeah, that should be your argument.
Sorry.
And my argument would be like, wait, so you're against abbreviations? I'm for abbreviations? Yeah.
Well, okay. So I am bringing this into more text and less in person, and talking about abbreviations. I think that abbreviations, people use them a lot. People will take away 1 or 2 letters from a simple 4-letter word, and then nobody knows what it means, so you're not on the same level.
One abbreviation that I actually don't understand is with being W/. Why is that with?
Oh, I don't know, but I understand that one.
I know, I don't understand why it's
I remember when I first learned it, actually.
But it doesn't matter, I don't have to understand because it doesn't matter how words are spelled or
because the slash kind of looks like if. Like, it kind of looks like the feeling of if.
That's not 100% valid. Okay, we're done with my topic, I win.
Okay. Okay.
But I solved that so far.
My topic is Team Jacob makes no sense. So you have to argue.
Ooh, yeah, I like
Team
this.
Jacob. You like Team Jacob?
I can argue for him all day.
Okay. So here's my introductory paragraph.
I'm not allowed to look anything up.
No, you're not allowed to look anything up. All off the top of your brain. I didn't look anything up for this either. That's why I felt pretty good about it. Okay. The choice between Team Edward and Team Jacob is more than a love triangle. To me and to many, choosing Team Edward and Jacob is no challenge, but it is a matter of ethics, aesthetics, and long-term survival. Edward Cullen, the 100-year-old vampire who sparkles and knows exactly what to say, clearly represents sophistication, self-control, and the ability to dramatically save you from danger. However, Jacob Black is just a shapeshifter whose primary skill seems to be running shirtless through the forest, which I do not mind watching, but it does little to inspire confidence in his moral or emotional stability. But don't forget that you have to argue what I was saying, not something I haven't said. You weren't listening!
Look at you talking like a newscaster in the focus.
No, that makes it easier. Okay, I'll read it one more time for you, okay?
Okay, you can cut this out.
Okay. The choice between Team Edward and Team Jacob is more than a love triangle. To me and to many, choosing Team Edward and Jacob is no challenge, but it is a matter of ethics, aesthetics, and long-term survival. Edward Cullen, the 100-year-old vampire who sparkles and knows exactly what to say, clearly represents sophistication, Edward has sophistication, self-control, and the ability to dramatically save you from danger. However, Jacob Black is just a shapeshifter whose primary skill seems to be running shirtless through the forest, which I do not mind watching. However, it does a little to inspire confidence in his moral or emotional stability.
Okay. Edward Cullen is a predator. He's how old? 117 years old.
142.
So why should Bella get with an 105-year-old man?
He's a teenager.
How long has he been a teenager? A while.
Yeah, a while. But
and I have a question.
Okay.
So since he's living every year, is he getting more sophisticated every year?
He has more knowledge.
So
I argue that later on.
So how is that not aging him?
He knows Listen, so this is time that goes this way, right? You're here. He knows all of this, but he's on this. It's like your TikTok For You page.
Tic-tac-toe, a winner.
That's what you just said. It's like your TikTok For You page.
Can I listen to something? Can I say something?
It's like, am I supposed to say something now? I was actually about to yell at you. I was about to yell at you for Googling during the debate. I know, but I thought you were going to Google a song, and that's what I thought.
Okay, so I ask you a question.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I thought you were supposed to, like, talk worse, but still help me I can still understand, and I don't understand.
Okay, bruh, okay. Okay, log in. After this, log in.
I like taking pictures with this thing. Wait, this can be the thumbnail. That's good. Okay, look at me like. Wait. Look at me like you're debating me. That's your debate face. Okay, do it again. Sorry. Wait, no, I need to pose.
This is boy.
Yeah, I got that. Is that good or?
Yeah. Okay. Log in. Okay, so I have a question. What? So, you know that lady who got a facelift
Yeah.
on TikTok?
Uh-huh.
Because she looks like she's 23. Is she 23?
No.
Why?
Because she's not in a 23-year-old's body.
She
He
got her
is
whole-
dead. He's dead in a 17-year-old's body.
No, I have a question. If she got all the plastic surgery in the world, so she was literally and she had like all this regeneration stuff, and then
Why would this? Genuinely, why would this happen?
no, because she wants to look like she's 23 again. Is she 23?
No.
Why?
I just told you. Because Edward is dead. A dead person. A dead soul inside of a 17-year-old's body. This woman is alive in like a 50-year-old's body. So she is 50. Edward is 17.
How is Edward 17?
His soul is old, but his self is young.
You're not understanding what I'm saying.
I don't think you understand the Stephanie
I
Meyer's
have a
universe
question.
like I do.
I have a question. I don't. Okay, I have a question.
What?
If somehow in the future we could get the 16-year-old boy died in a car crash. This woman's really old. Somehow she gets the surgery to get her brain and her heart transferred into his body. Is she 17?
No.
Why?
Edward is a legend. First of all, he's a fucking vampire.
Okay.
Second, he's a legend.
A legend?
Third,
What do you
no,
mean
a legend, like a vampire
Oh,
legend. Like
okay.
this is magic.
Okay.
And then listen to this. He's also dead. Like he is dead.
The 16-year-old guy is dead. She went into his body.
Yes.
He's dead.
So if he went back into his body, he'd be a vampire, but not her.
I'm confused.
Kenadie, listen.
Okay.
I'm gonna explain this really well.
Okay.
And you're actually making me think things I've never thought about before. Okay. If you die, your soul goes back into your body with magic to become so now you're a vampire, you are always gonna be 19. Or 18, sorry. Yes. That's what happened to Edward.
Okay, can I ask you something?
No, wait, I'm not done. Okay. I have to explain the other side. If I die, my soul leaves, you decide you want my body, so you get in my body. You're not a vampire, no magic has happened. You are gonna be your age. If I was 5 years younger than you, if I was 5 years younger than you and you went in my body, you wouldn't change to my age, you would stay your age. So Edward's going back into his own body. He is 17.
But why wouldn't they age?
It's fucking magic. The person is dead.
Okay, I have a question.
The person isn't living, so they're not gaining life.
I have a question.
Kenadie, I want you to know that was the most insane explanation I've ever done. You need to watch this video.
Okay, I just you're not understanding my argument, I'm not understanding yours, so let's move on. Next, give me something else.
What am I not understanding about yours? Okay.
Just not ready for this. Okay, give me something.
Well, this isn't gonna make you happy, but let me talk. I'll look at you I'll go like this when I'm done. I just need you to let me say all this because it's not gonna make you happy. Edward is 100 something years old, yeah. But he looks max 30 years old because Robert Pattinson looks older.
It's not real. I win. It's not real.
And really damn good for 30, as Stephanie Meyer, the author of Twilight, would say, an eternal adolescent. Stephanie is Team Edward connoisseur, and you cannot tell me I'm wrong because she wrote the fucking book, which really should show everyone that there is no point in being Team Jacob. And now I have 2 paragraphs to read about why Edward is better because he's older, and why he's not a predator. And why Jacob is a weirdo. Edward has centuries of accumulated knowledge in art, music, and social etiquette.
So why is he not older than somebody who's 150 years old?
Because he's in a 17-year-old's body. He died at 17. He's still dead.
Is his consciousness aging?
No, like his body is aging.
You would make fun of me so bad.
No. His body is aging, but like Edward is staying the same age, but like he's living through all of this. I don't understand what is happening when he's living through all of it. Because he's not living.
That's different than a human that's living through all of that. So he's gaining all the knowledge, he's getting all the wisdom.
Well, can I tell you one thing you're fault in? He's not living, sweetheart. He's dead. How many times do I have to say it?
So he's still aging!
No,
okay,
can
I please Google it, please?
He dies at that age.
I'm actually curious. You gotta Google February.
Okay. I'm not talking in actual, like, facts. I'm just debating you because of what I think.
Okay, I'm asking ChatGPT.
Asking what?
I'm thinking of it. Okay.
Why? Remember the conversation that we just had?
If vampires can't age in Twilight, then what is happening every year as they're gaining knowledge? What is the definition of aging?
They're growing. Psychologically.
Bro, you need some psychological. Close your eyes. Okay. Their bodies freeze in the exact state they were in at transformation.
Because they're dead.
They don't grow, wrinkle, develop, or age. Their cells are locked. Mentally, yes, they keep getting knowledge, skills, emotional depth, and memories. Edward became physically 17 forever, but he mentally grew into somebody who's over 100 years old. So
exactly.
So why wouldn't you date an 100-year-old?
Because you're stuck being 17.
No, Bailey, I'm asking you as a person. Why wouldn't you date an 117-year-old man? He has the same amount of knowledge as Edward. He just has a different body.
Because he doesn't look 17, he's not a vampire who... And I'm going to explain why else Edward is such a good choice.
So, if a pedophile got his soul, his brain and his heart transferred into a little boy's body, he would be allowed to date other little boys?
No.
Why?
He's not like a
He's
divine.
mentally.
He's not a divine being. He's not a vampire. He didn't go through the magical change. Therefore, he does not have the effects of his person as Edward does.
I'm just confused on why Edward is gaining all this knowledge doesn't count as some sort of aging or some.
It is. It
sort
is a
of
little creepy.
Maturity.
Yes. Edward seems very mature. He's like he seems like a teacher when you talk to him. He doesn't talk like the other 17-year-olds. Therefore, for a lot of people, it would be a turn off you. But I like Edward, so I would date him. Yes.
So his maturity is so much higher than freaking Bella's. It's manipulative. It's manipulative.
He is a little bit manipulative. That's
exactly. So that's my argument of why Edward sucks.
Okay, but I still
So
I haven't got argued by Jacob. No, listen.
Of what we were both arguing.
So you want to be done?
No, I'm just happy.
Okay. So. Actually forgot.
But we finally got on the same page.
So now, by 2025, Edward can keep up with the trends, but can also be the boyfriend who's smart and has knowledge beyond the 4 years that he was in high school, which every girl wants.
I don't know every girl. Some like
Many.
Immature.
Many. What?
Cut that, bro.
He can also.
What's that face?
That was me being you. Okay. He can also play you songs on the piano very beautifully, a skill I have never seen Jacob indulge in. But Jacob,
please say something.
But
wait,
Jacob,
can
you let me argue, Jacob?
I just typed something, or say I'm gonna lose it, and I lost it. Because you keep yelling at me.
Sorry.
Okay, wait.
Do you want me to repeat what I said?
Yeah.
He can also play the piano beautifully.
Okay. Go.
Jacob experiences emotional wolf transformations.
Wait, what?
Jacob experiences emotional wolf transformations.
What?
I don't know. You're typing in like his nose. That's what you said. Wait, what? I looked at you like, because I was like, I swear you know this. And then I messed up a word, and you backspaced and said, wait, what? Wait, what was it again? Okay, can
As intellectual.
Why are you actually doing homework?
I'm talking to the professor. Wait, what? Stop the whole class for what?
Wait, what? Bro, that shit was like, what? I said, wait, what? Wait, what? You were just talking about how you should make fun of people who mess up words, but a professor messes up a word and you say, wait, what? And you at the beginning, wait, I'm pretty sure at the beginning you told me to slow down, because I was reading and you were like, wait, start over and slow down. And I was like, she doesn't understand, like, I'm talking pretty, like, good. And then I said, wolf transformations, and he went, what was it? Wait, what? What did you think?
Holy
Sorry,
shit.
Okay.
Keep going.
Jacob experiences emotional wolf transformations, and boy, does that kid have hormonal imbalance. I mean,
so does Bella.
Okay, we're not putting down women.
Oh my god.
I mean, why is he always whining or getting pissed off? Edward can actually talk about his feelings and tries to do what's best for his girlfriend. Jacob will literally follow you around, cry when he doesn't get his way, assault you, hit you with the, well, if you don't, then I'll blank, something bad, trick, talk shit about your amazing boyfriend, and try to get your dad to force you to love some random 15-year-old. So if you're Team Jacob, but you're not Team Edward because you think Edward's a pedophile, but you're Team Jacob, wait. You agree that there's gonna be pedophilia either way.
Wait, what? That was genuine. So what are you putting words in?
What? I'm not putting words in it. So, if your argument for being Team Jacob is that Edward is a pedophile, which you have made that argument in this conversation, so Edward's a pedophile because he wants Bella, but Bella isn't a pedophile for wanting Jacob, and Jacob isn't a creep for wanting
I'm confused
Bella?
on how Bella liking Jacob could consider her a creep.
How old is Bella?
I don't know.
17.
How
How
she
old
been?
is Jacob?
Don't know.
15.
There's a difference between 15 and 17 that's way different than 17 and 117.
Okay, so imagine real people. If you want to imagine Edward as a real person, so do I. Real people, a 117-year-old with a 17-year-old,
Wrong.
15-year-old with a 17-year-old.
It's fine, it happens.
Okay.
That has happened at our damn.
Actually, yeah, that's true.
I'm looking at you, so it's fine.
Okay, then we'll read this.
Okay.
Edward demonstrates unparalleled self-restraint and ethical decision-making. He resists drinking Bella's blood for her own safety. This is a clear demonstration of hedonic inhibition, which I'm sure, if you're dumb enough to be Team Jacob, you're gonna need a definition for, and here it is. Voluntary suppression of immediate
Okay,
pleasure.
wait, pause. You can't call me dumb versus being Team Jacob when that is what I'm forced to do. So you planned that. You made me so you could call me dumb.
Sorry, I meant it more to the viewers. I'll read it again.
If you're dumb enough to be Team Jacob,
this is a clear demonstration of hedonic inhibition, which I'm sure, if you're dumb enough to be Team Jacob, you'll need the definition of that, which is voluntary suppression of immediate pleasure to prevent harm to others.
How do wolves do it again? I know how they do it. I'll tell you.
They get really angry and then they heat up, and then they run.
Yeah. So what are you talking about?
You're not even listening. This isn't anything about that. Edward demonstrates unparalleled self-restraint in ethical decision-making. He resists drinking Bella's blood for her own safety.
Whoop-de-doo, he doesn't kill her. Ugh.
It's literally killing him to not.
Yeah, and nobody's forcing him to.
Yes, his body literally is.
He's a vampire, he's alive.
He still has feelings. He's a fucking vampire. Okay, this is a clear demonstration of hedonic inhibition.
When you're done with him, Jacob, you're gonna need to listen to this.
Okay.
I've heard this spiel 1,000
Now, this is
times.
going to be good for you. I did defend Jacob. Ready? Now, I'm not saying Jacob is useless. While he does take up the whole second movie for absolutely no reason, there's like 5 minutes that he's involved that actually matter. Jacob is definitely loyal, maybe with the wrong intention, but he is loyal. However, unlike Edward, he exhibits impulsive aggression. When he is threatening vampires and occasionally even Bella herself, his emotional regulation fails. And that is not someone you'd want to be with. His moral compass, I try to make the word smarter with ChatGPT, but it changed some of them and I don't know what they are. His moral compass relies heavily on emotional reaction, whereas Edward's decision-making is informed by centuries of experience and logical reasoning.
Okay, can I tell you something?
These are and then I have my last two paragraphs.
That was a lot to take in, and I didn't get a whole lot of words in, so sorry if I don't argue what you just said, but I just thought of these arguments.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, it just, doesn't make sense.
Where did it start?
Those are just bullet points.
You can talk about this.
Okay. Yeah. Something about the piano. Edward can play the piano. Okay, what good does that do me?
It's which one would you rather date? Like, any
A
aspect
man with
matters.
life skills. A man with life skills.
And Edward has centuries of them.
Yes, because but that's not, Bella doesn't need that. Bella can't just have somebody holding her hand and telling her all the answers. She needs, in order to live for...
He doesn't hold her hand and tell her all the answers.
Okay, I have a question.
Huh.
Do you think Bella should have been transported into a vampire?
Yes. She's in love with him.
No.
Okay, we're not arguing
Would you let your 17-year-old self turn, if you had a 17-year-old daughter, would you let her turn into a vampire?
No, I wouldn't let
with
her.
that boy that she met a month ago?
No, I wouldn't, but that
It's
truly
stupid.
doesn't let Bella.
Exactly. It's stupid.
Yeah, nobody's letting their daughter.
Yes, so why is she gonna be with Edward a lifetime commitment when she could be with Jacob just for something
Because
silly?
it's her choice.
She's 17. She shouldn't get to make that choice.
Damn. Okay. Edward. Okay, this is my last two paragraphs.
Okay.
For Edward. Edward is a communicator. His sustained eye contact. These are just things that you would want
Okay, fine.
in a male. Intense stares. You know, imagine it from Edward. And occasional whispered confessions establish an atmosphere of emotional intimacy. Okay? I'm not gonna lie, if I was 17, it would be hard for me to be... Okay, imagine right now with a 16-year-old. Can you be emotionally intimate with a 16-year-old? No, so already Edward sounds more ideal. Jacob
Could
relies...
you be intimate with a 117-year-old? No!
If he looked like Edward, probably. Jacob relies on overt displays, howling, wolf transformations, and occasional anger fits. Where he thinks he's really cool, but imagine him as a 16-year-old walking in here saying, "Break away, boyfriend, man, I really love you."
And guess what? That is because he's not an 117-year-old boy. Bella deserves to be with somebody who is going to match her, and like they'll get along. They'll have so much more in common.
I don't know. Ella and Ben were...
What are some?
I didn't even mean to do that, bro. I did not mean to say that. I was just... Did you hear me say it like 4 times? I was trying to figure it out, and then I thought I had it. I literally said Bella and Edward in my head, and then I went, Ella and Bedward. Like Squidward.
Oh.
Okay, come on.
Okay, my turn, finally?
No, wait, you were just arguing me about something. Okay, whatever.
Okay. So, oh yeah. Bella and Jacob are on this, like, they'll be able to grow together. Jacob's not perfect, and that's fine. He's 15 years old. He has plenty of time to grow. Edward already got to experience that, so it's different. Like, I would rather have experienced it with somebody than be with Edward, who already knows it all, and it's just like, how could you hang out with, not date, hang out with a 117-year-old, year-old? What would you tell me?
Sorry, I don't know what you're asking. You're stuttering so bad.
Oliver. Okay, bro.
Sorry, okay. I could hang out with a 117-year-old
What would you talk
if they were interesting.
What could you talk about that's not talking about stories? But you guys have in common.
Well, the thing is, Edward is in a 17-year-old's body, so he has a lot in common with Bella.
No, I mean, like, in your mind. Like...
Why does this matter? We're talking specifics. Huh? Okay, can I read you this paragraph?
Oh my god!
This is the last one. Edward Cullen exhibits superior temporal stability, ethical fortitude, aesthetic signaling, emotional subtlety, and narrative centrality compared to Jacob Black. While Jacob provides physicality, heat, and a seasonal companionship, these attributes are insufficient to outweigh the comprehensive advantages offered by Edward Cullen. Thus, based on pseudoscientific reasoning, textual analysis, and sparkling metrics, Team Edward is not only preferred, but objectively justified.
You're wrong. Wanna know why?
Because I have much more data than you?
Okay. Yeah, you have much more data than me. You've talked for 3.5 hours. Okay.
Hasn't even been 1 hour since we started filming this.
Okay, I have a question. Why, if Edward is so good, why doesn't he want Bella to be a vampire?
Because he's so good, he wants her to live that life. Just like how you were saying how she should live, how she should live and grow old and have a life and not be a vampire. That's all Edward wants for her. But he's so in love with her and she's so in love with him that they decide to stay together. And also trauma bonding. That does a lot for people.
No.
Why?
Can you give me a 5-minute break?
Yeah.
Just get my thoughts.
5 whole minutes, dude.
No,
Oh. Sorry.
wasn't it Prince? Okay, so what is what is better for Edward? Why does Edward like the idea of life so much?
No, he wants her to...
Yeah, why does he
Because
want that for her?
vampires didn't want to live forever. Like, I don't want to live forever. They
Yeah.
want to grow old. Rosalie wants to have a child.
Yes,
Edward
I
wanted to
know.
live his life. And so he wants that for Bella. Why wouldn't he?
Yeah, so why would she pick Edward when he doesn't have that?
Because she just wants Edward. He wants her to be human. She wants Edward. They're so in love. He almost kills himself.
It's impossible to argue with you because it's like arguing with the Taylor Swift fan. Okay.
So what happens when you choose a passionate
Shut
topic?
up. Okay. Also,
Still going.
if she gets with Edward, then he is in a cult and he's not related to any of his family. It's not real family connection. So why would Bella
It's
want to go
vampire
into that when she could go
connection.
with actual family? I know, but oh god, I can't even argue with you. It's impossible.
I thought we did pretty good arguing.
Yeah, I didn't even get to argue with you. You just talked about your paragraphs. I wasn't allowed to freaking do that. I had to give you ample
Yes, you were.
space to talk.
These big words go into your argument. Okay. Wait, let's do the intro.
We already did the intro.
No, we didn't. Squidward. 3, 2, 1. Well, thanks for listening to our debate.
And comment down below who won.
Yeah, who
Me.
won both, like, which... Okay.
And also, you have to keep in mind that Bailey didn't give me ample room to speak.
Yes, I did, bro. I told you, I let you talk. Every time you stopped talking, I started talking, but I made it a
No,
point
and then
to
when
let
she
you
talked
talk.
about 4 paragraphs straight, yeah. You guys
Because I
heard that
asked
too.
for that, you could have said no.
Yeah, and then oh, that's leading question. Bye. What?
Bye guys, thanks for watching.
Leading question. How long is that? I feel like we did that for like 4 hours.
50 minutes.
Oh